Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Today being a very special day, Avyak Day, and we're reading the Avyak Murli of 18th April 1982 on the 18th of January 2025. Remembering Baba today with the highest elevated state of love, of deep remembrance as we do this Murli today. Maintain the honor of the highest on high Brahmin clan. Today, Bapdada is seeing all the elevated souls who have total love for Baba and the pure desire to have a meeting with him. It is only at this time that Bapdada has to give children the practical fruit of their pure desire to have a meeting with him. Let's pause here for a second. It's such a beautiful beginning to the Murli and so appropriate for today's date. We are all desiring to have a meeting with Baba on this Avyakt day, and we have to get this practical fruit of our pure desire to have a meeting with him. One cannot receive the fruit of a direct personal meeting as the fruit of pure devotion. However, once there has been the recognition, that is, once the relationship between father and child has been forged on the basis of knowledge, then on the basis of that relationship, on the basis of their right, the father personally has to give the children, who are embodiments of knowledge, the fruit of their good wishes, their pure feelings filled with knowledge, and their pure desire to have a meeting. Today, Bap Dada has come amongst you knowledgeful children in order to meet you souls who have the desire to meet the Father. Many Brahmin souls consider themselves to be weak when it comes to becoming embodiments of power, becoming brave soldiers, Mahavirs, who are always victorious and having that much courage in themselves. However, because of the one speciality, they do come into the list of special souls. What is that speciality? It is that they like the Father and that they also like this elevated life. The selfless love in the gathering of the Brahmin family attracts the mind. The speciality is that they have found Baba, the family, the destination of purity, and the easy support to make their lives elevated. On this basis, they continue to move along with the support of love, with the pure desire to have a meeting. However, because they have forged a relationship, they definitely claim a right to heaven as their inheritance on the basis of that relationship, because it is on the basis of Brahmins becoming deities that they definitely claim a right to a deity status. The golden age. So please visualize now. The golden age is called the age of deities. No matter whether someone is a king or a subject, the religion is still the deity religion. Because when the highest on high Father makes you his child, every child of his claims a right to his inheritance of heaven, his right to become a deity as his birthright. To become a Brahma Kumar or Brahma Kumari means to have the special, imperishable stamp of claiming a right to the inheritance of heaven. Out of everyone in the whole world, only a few souls emerge who claim such a right. This is why you mustn't consider your becoming a Brahma Kumar or Kumari to be something ordinary. To become a Brahma Kumar or Kumari is in itself a speciality, and because of this speciality, you come into the list of special souls. This is why to become a Brahma Kumar or Kumari means to belong to the Brahmin clan, the Brahmin world, and the Brahmin family. If after becoming a Brahma Kumar or Kumari there is any ordinary activity or any activity of the past, then not only would you cause a loss for yourself, but because you are not a Brahma Kumar or Kumari in isolation, but you're all members of the Brahmin family, you would therefore also accumulate the burden of defaming the Brahmin family. It is the duty of every Brahmin to maintain the honor of the Brahmin world. You pay so much attention to fulfilling the worldly code of conduct. Sometimes the worldly code of conduct even deprives you of becoming multimillionaires. You experience this yourselves and you say that you really want to do this, but that you also have to fulfill your responsibility to other people. You say this, do you not? So you know very well how that world deprives you of the attainment of many births, how it makes your present diamond-like life into the life of a worthless shell. And yet, in spite of that, you pay so much attention to putting your time and energy into fulfilling the responsibility of that worldly code of conduct. So, is this Brahmin code of conduct not important? In fulfilling your responsibility to that world, you let go of your religion, that is what you have imbibed, and the elevated activity of remembrance. You let go of both your dharma and karma. Sometimes you let go of the precaution of having a special attitude, which means you let go of your religion. Sometimes you let go of the religion of having pure vision. Sometimes you let go of the religion of eating pure food. You then make up many stories in order to justify yourself. What do you then say? That you have to do that. A slight weakness makes you renounce your dharma and karma for all times. Even in the physical family, what is someone who renounces his dharma and karma considered to be? Do you know? This is not the dharma and karma of an ordinary family. This is the Brahmin family of the top knot. So, to which world and clan are you going to fulfill your responsibility? You even confess things very well. I didn't want to do that, but I did it to please someone. Is it possible that souls without knowledge can be permanently happy? You renounce your elevated karma and dharma because of souls who are sometimes happy and sometimes get upset. Those who don't have this religion don't belong to the Brahmin world. You pleased a few souls, but you also disobeyed the directions of the Almighty Father. So what did you attain and what did you lose? The world that is already finished. The firewood for the funeral pyre has been collected from everywhere with great force. Firewood means the preparations. The more you think that you will remove those sticks and complete all the preparations, the higher the stack of firewood grows. When you're going to burn a fire at Holika, even little children go with the adults to fetch firewood. They even fetch firewood from their own homes because they have that interest. Therefore, nowadays, even small towns are cooperating with each other with great interest. So, in order to observe the codes of conduct of such a world, You forget the codes of conduct of your imperishable world of Brahmins who are to become deities. You perform such wonders. Is this fulfilling your responsibility or is it losing out? So keep the codes of conduct of the Brahmin world in your awareness. Some children are very clever. They want to observe the code of conduct of the old world and also want to become elevated in the Brahmin world. Bhagdada says, you may fulfill your responsibility of the code of conduct of your worldly family. You are not forbidden to do that. However, to fulfill that by letting go of your dharma and karma is wrong. What cleverness do you reveal? You think that no one is going to know that the Father himself says that he is not Jani Janananhar, one who knows everything. What do the instrument souls know? That is happening all the time. You move along in this way and still come to Madhuban. You hide yourself at the service center and also become well known in service. You give a little cooperation, and on the basis of that cooperation, you even buy yourself a very good title of becoming a server. However, you then lose your elevated title for every birth, the imperishable title of being filled with all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full, completely viceless. Therefore, this is not giving cooperation, but taking the burden of deceit of being one thing inside and something else outside. Instead of becoming a cooperative soul, you become one who carries a burden. No matter how much you make yourself move along, Chalna with that cleverness, it's not making you move along, but crying out, Chillana. Don't think that this center is a place of the instrument souls. You may fool souls, but in front of God, 100,000-fold is definitely accumulated for every action in the account of every soul. You cannot fool yourself in this account. This is why Bapdada feels mercy for such clever children. Nevertheless, once you have said Father, he constantly continues to give you teachings for your benefit. So don't become clever in that way. Constantly fulfill the code of conduct of the Brahmin world. Bapdada is beyond every action and its fruit. At this time, even Brahma Baba has this stage. Later, he will have karmic accounts, but at this time, he is equal to the Father. This is why, whatever each one of you does, you do that for yourself. The Father is the bestower. Since you do everything yourself and you receive the fruit of that, then what should you do? On seeing from the subtle region the variety of children's games, Bapdada smiles. Acha. To those who are the lamps of the Brahmin clan, to those who are loving and cooperative with true love, to those who attain elevated fruit for all time, to the loving souls who sacrifice all the temporary attainments out of true love for the true Father, to the loving elevated souls, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And in the meeting groups, become a karma yogi and experience the stage of being free from any bondage of karma. Whilst performing every action, do you experience yourselves to be loving and detached souls who are beyond the bondage of karma and loving to the Father? Those who perform every action as karma yogis never have any bondage of karma. They remain constantly free from bondage and are accurately linked in yoga. A karma yogi never comes under the influence of good or bad actions of anyone. It should not be that when you come into connection with someone who performs good actions, you become happy, or that when you come into connection with someone who doesn't perform good actions, you get angry or you feel jealous or dislike them. That too is a bondage of karma. No matter what other souls who come in front of a karma yogi are like, such a soul will always remain loving and detached. You would know through knowledge that this is his part at present. To dislike someone who dislikes everything is also a bondage of karma. Those who have such a bondage of karma cannot remain constant. They will sometimes experience one thing and at other times experience something else. Therefore, become a detached observer and see those who are good whilst considering them to be good, and be merciful, and as a detached observer, see those who are bad with the mercy and good wishes of wanting to transform them. This is known as being beyond any bondage of karma. The meaning of knowledge is understanding. So, what is it the understanding of? The understanding of being free from the bondage of karma is knowledge. A knowledgeable soul will never be under the influence of any bondage. He will always be detached. Let it not be that you are sometimes detached and at other times you are affected a little by others. Keep the aim of constantly being a conqueror of sinful actions. You have to become a conqueror of the bondage of karma. By practicing this over a long period of time, you will be able to receive a reward for a long period of time. You will now have very unique experiences. Therefore, be constantly detached and constantly loving. This is the stage of being free from the bondage of karma, equal to the Father. What group would you call this group? In the beginning, you all had your own names. So, what name should you be given now? Those who constantly stay in the company of the Father and who are constantly the Father's right hands. You are such a group, are you not? How can Bap Dada carry out such a huge task of establishment without arms? So you are the special arms for the task of establishment. The right hands are the special arms. Bap Dada always calls the original jewels real gold. All of you original jewels are playing special parts on the world stage. Bap Dada is pleased to see the special part of every special soul. There's a variety of roles for everyone. They cannot all be the same. However, this much is certain, that the original jewels have special parts according to the drama. Each of you jewels has a particular speciality on the basis of which you are moving forwards and will always continue to do so. You yourselves, as well as others, know what that speciality is. Nevertheless, all of you are special souls full of specialities. Bap Dada gives 100,000-fold congratulations to such original jewels because from the beginning you have tolerated so much by being instruments to bring about growth in the physical form in the task of establishment. Others have not tolerated what you had to tolerate in the task of establishment. The seed of your power of tolerance has created this fruit. Therefore, from the beginning through the middle till the end, Bap Dada sees what each of you has tolerated and how you have shown your form of a Shakti. You've tolerated everything as a game. You didn't tolerate anything as though you were tolerating anything, but you became instruments to play your parts of tolerating everything as a game and have thereby recorded hero parts for yourselves. This is why the parts of the original jewels who became instruments are always in front of Bap Dada. As a result of this, all of you souls are constantly immortal. Do you understand your part? No matter how far ahead someone goes, even then has to be said at that time. Bap Dada knows the value of all things. Do you understand? Acha. In which task would Brahmin children of the confluence age remain constantly engaged? Answer. You have to become powerful and make others powerful too. Remain constantly engaged in this task because you have wasted a lot of time for half the cycle. Now the time is to become powerful and make others the same. Therefore, now finish all wasteful thoughts, wasteful words, wasteful actions. Full stop. The old accounts book is closed. The method to accumulate is to remain constantly powerful because time, energy, and knowledge are lost due to wastage. So we have now completed the Murli. Let's reflect in silence on what were the key points for yourself on this special day today of the Avyakt Murli of 18th January. We will take only about 10 minutes for reflection, then a short meditation, and then after that, we will close today slightly earlier, considering that people have to go today to different centers. So let's reflect on some key points for the next 2 minutes, and then we can begin to share. Anyone would like to begin with their sharing?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti Gajaban. Please
It's so,
start.
so beautiful. Whatever I'm right here in the aura, in the big event, the flowers have been decorated, the shamyanas have been built. What love is over here, really. The decor and all, the divinity, the angels all over. waiting for that moment. I don't know what's the moment when it's just a repetition. 18th January, Panda Bhavan, Madhuban is such a heavenly thing. And today Baba just started with that total love. Love. There has to be total love. Just because you have devotion, no, you have to recognize and relationship. Baba, family, purity, support. I think that's all was there, Murli. But I'm still trying to bask in the aura of 18th January.
Thank you, Krishabhan. You are fortunate to be in that beautiful environment. And while you were talking, I think we could all connect to that beautiful energy of being there with the angels and on this special day. Thank you for that sharing. Anyone else would like to share, please?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, very beautiful language. So Baba highlighted the code of conduct, that we need to maintain when we come into the family. So other than that, the being a karma yogi, becoming a karma yogi, and experiencing that stage, right, being free from the bondage of karma. So that's the point that which I liked. And Baba highlighted that, so we often, when we come into the action and when we don't see the other person's doing to our expectation, then we tend to get angry or we kind of form a dislike, right? So that Baba highlighted that it is also a bondage of karma. So we even need to come out of that. So we become knowledgeful. Baba gave us this knowledge. So when we are knowledgeful, so knowledge means it's understanding. So we have the understanding also that we need to come out of that bondage. So for that, we need to practice. We have to see everything as a detached observer. And then Baba said, we need to have this practice for a long period of time. Then only we will be able to do it, receive that reward also for a long period of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shanti.
Yeah, Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. Yes, very important points. A nice summary that you have highlighted. Thank you so much. Anyone else would like to add on to what brother has just said?
There's this point in a Murli where Baba says to check yourself and have the authentic awareness. Don't fool your own self by doing acts which may become a burden on you. And there he gives an example of you may show that you're doing service, but actually you are not doing service. So that point of the Murli, I think the 3 sentences there when he asks us to check on the authenticity of what we are doing at our and look at the karma and dharma that we are on the path of. That's the point to take back home.
Yes, sister. He, in fact, alerted us quite clearly in this Murli that in the guise of being a server, at times we may be actually just fooling everyone, right? And we don't have the purity from within, the pure vision. So we really have to guard against that. And going to what brother said before, but whatever others are doing, we still have to remain detached ourselves and not get sucked into that karmic bondage. We keep doing what we have to do and remain connected to Baba and remain connected to all the truth and purity and all the detachment that Baba is talking about so that we remain free from the bondage. Anyone else would like to add on these beautiful points coming in today?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother.
Baba, in most of the Murlis, is trying to make us aware actually who you are, how lucky you are, you belong to whom. And when you realize that who you are, whom you belong, then you really understand the purpose of your life. Our life is not ordinary. If this awareness with the full form of life, LIFE, L is lawful, loveful, and I is always for introspection, not for inspection, but for introspection. And F, free from all the hindrances, and become Farista. And the last E, become embodiment of knowledge. That what Baba is conveying, that becoming a Brahma Kumar and Brahma Kumari is itself something very, very special. But do we realize it? Are we aware that how special we are? This awareness itself will change our attitude, change our way of life. This awareness itself will change our drishti, vritti, kriti, and sanskriti. In that process, self-transformation. Om Shanti.
Thank you, brother. Yes, so true. We have to remember how privileged and how lucky we are to be in this family and in this spiritual, elevated zone of, collection of so many Brahma Kumars and Brahma Kumaris. Very, very grateful to Baba and also happy that we are all here. Any other point?
That dharma and karma. So, when we especially come into the corporeal world, when we interact with people, right? So we often, tend to make them happy. And when we try to do that, right, we may end up breaking some or the other srimad. And we will be able to make them happy by doing that, but the result is not really good. Baba says you don't really attain anything. Instead you are losing so much because this world is already finished. So this often happens, especially when a PK life, when we are leading and when we have to go to our relatives' home, and they always offer something, right? Especially double, and then we often feel it'll be it'll be offending them if you don't accept it, and then we might be able to please them, but other side we are losing a lot. So Baba highlighted that we need to keep the code of conduct of Brahmin because we are the top note. We are not ordinary. We are special. Yeah. Om Shanti.
Yes, brother. Code of conduct, very important to be a Brahmin and to remain in that elevated stage of being a Brahmin.
Right.
Thank you for that sharing.
Sorry. Yeah. So so when we forget that I'm not ordinary, right? And when we start mingling with ordinary people, that's when we kind of get into their shoe and then act just like them, just to please them, right? So that's where everything, and that's where we lose our that awareness that I am special. So Sankakaran again, I guess, yeah. Thank you.
The only thing that came to my mind when you were speaking this, you are saying it with the very right context, but only we have to be aware that we shouldn't also reach a point where we start having an ego that, we are above and others are ordinary. That has its own dangers. So as long as we are aware in which context we are speaking, we understand that the code of conduct, of course, is important. But sometimes the ordinary may be actually the blessed ones that we may consider as ordinary. And we may be suffering, like what Baba said, from this ego trip, of thinking we are way above. And actually, our thoughts are still not aligned with the purity that is deserving of being that special. So both sides we have to take care of. It's just a small reminder that came to me as my own self, and therefore I shared it. Any other point? I also wanted to share for myself today. I was very excited when Sister Rakhi called me up yesterday and she said, "Can you do the reading tomorrow?" I said, "Are you sure you want me to read it? Because I'm not one of those elevated, advanced sisters with full of knowledge. I'm just an ordinary person who participates in the Avyakt Murli." And I was really grateful that I had this opportunity. I felt it is Baba's great blessing that on the 18th of Jan, I have this wonderful opportunity to read. So thank you, Baba, and thank you, Avyakt Group, for giving me this opportunity, which was a big surprise, but a great blessing for me today. Thank you.
We are also equally blessed in that. And as a gift from you, I invite you over here as an angel. Come down. That's the gift. We are also absolutely gifted to have a universal angel like your sister. You are welcome to come here and take Baba's canopy and all our love.
Thank you. Thank you, sister. Okay, so the time now is 5:40. So is it okay, Rakhi Ben? We just do one small meditation and we can close then earlier today?
Yes, sister.
All right. So it's a very, very special day. So let's really connect today very deeply. So, firstly, in silence, just observe your own vibration. And as the awareness comes in, we reflect on Baba. And we reflect on the point of light in the center of our forehead. The beautiful Avyakt soul, the soul that is detached from the body now, slowly rising up. Such a beautiful star on this beautiful day. A bright, shining star. And so easily traveling upwards. And so quickly moving across the solar system, across the different realms of the atmosphere, across the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the ionosphere, crossing all these scientific realms and all the spiritual realms of the subtle world, with all the angels welcoming us on this beautiful Avyakt day of Baba, Brahma Baba. And you see all the angels and you see all the dadis and the didis and everyone who are in the Avyakt stage welcoming you today on this very special day. All of them surrounding you with such love. And allowing you and helping you to go higher and higher. And you see the beautiful light of Baba and the light of Brahma Baba merged. Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba together. And you see your own light now merged with their light. 3 in 1. As we experience this beautiful Avyakt blessing. Our soul becoming brighter and brighter with the blessing of Baba. Such a beautiful energy, beautiful vibration. I am a pure divine soul. I am Avyakt like you, Baba, now. I have all the embodiments, all the virtues, all the 16 celestial points, all the blessings of Baba on this very special day. I am a peaceful and calm soul. I am a happy and contented soul. I am a kind and compassionate soul. I am a powerful and fearless soul. I am a victorious soul, having conquered all the illusionary world, all Maya. I am fully 100% in the Avyakt glory, a true Karma Yogi and Rajyogi together, completely detached from all kind of bondages, flowing with the love of Baba, with the love of the universal consciousness. And I not only see myself elevated, but I vibrate with such energy that I see all my other divine souls of the Brahmin family and of the entire universe, their stage being uplifted and elevated. As I not only make myself powerful, I make others powerful as well. See this beautiful, glorious, numerous stars, shining stars, all belonging to Baba. Your own stars so bright. This beautiful day of 18th January, I experience truly what is being Avyakt, free from any kind of bondage. And in this beautiful stage of elevation, retaining this beautiful vibration and energy, I slowly return to my body, expressing the deepest gratitude and thanks to Baba for blessing me with such divinity by making me a Brahma Kumar and Brahma Kumari, minus the ego, minus the superiority complex, and yet with the full divinity of being a BK on this beautiful day. A beautiful instrument, your right hand. I feel so empowered and experienced with the highest regard and the highest humility at the same time. In silence, let's receive Baba's message in the next 1 minute. Each one may receive a different direction depending on our own role and our own stage. Let's observe this 1 minute silence. Whatever message you have received after the class is over, please do remember to note it down. The special message of 18th January. Thank you for joining the meditation. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to connect on the 18th.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Thank you, my sister. Let's all observe silence for the whole day and have the experience connection with Baba. Om Shanti. See you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.